Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Jets come away with a 7-point win. Randy Moss had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Michael Jenkins had over 50 yards receiving and helped his Falcons beat the Rams. Deep in Cajun country in New Orleans, we had the Saints put on a display and win by 21 points. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Kevin Dyson is probably the one that most leaps out at you. He'll be out for 10 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Shaun Rogers might be the biggest loss on this list. He'll be out for 8 weeks. Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Kellen Winslow Jr. had to be placed on injured reserve this week, and his loss will hurt both the passing and the rushing game for his team. Now the big story of the day. Joe Horn will be on the sidelines for a while, and that is not good news for his club. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
Over at Paul Brown Stadium, we had the Bengals put on a show and come out on top by 20. Texans, Lions. Clinton Portis wants to get his team inside field goal range. Gets the handoff at the 42. Oh, he may do more than that. He shakes two. He could go all the way. Touchdown. The Lions win this one by the final score of 10-9. The Cowboys defense held their opponents to under 150 passing yards in their win at Texas Stadium. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Meyer will be playing his football elsewhere, though perhaps not for as much as he would have liked. 4 years, $2.2 million. Chad Hutchinson is on the move as well as he signs a 3-year contract with the Browns.
The Cardinals lost at home and will have to hit the road to meet the Falcons. Joey Galloway stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Steelers pick up win number 2. Redskins, Giants. Terrell Owens is split out at the 3-yard line and takes the quick hitch, touchdown. The Giants go on to win this by the final score of 23-13. Brad Johnson passed for 150 yards plus and helped his Vikings beat the Eagles. In the home of country music, Tennessee, we had the Titans edge their way to a narrow 3-point win. Over at Arrowhead Stadium, we had the Chiefs fall by 10 points. The Bears defense held their opponents to under 150 passing yards in their win at Lambeau Field. And last but not least, we had the Broncos come away victorious. So, 2 weeks into the books here on ESPN, here's my prime time performers for week number 2, and each is going to get a game ball. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.